Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another episode of Double Trouble. Today we're doing another Smogon 6v6 for the Lithio League. Today we're battling Effect 09, that's 09, and his team was pretty interesting. Not very bulky, but very offensively present, and there's a lot of things on his team that could really hit me pretty hard, so I was a little worried, but I believe I decided to start off with Blastoise and Talonflame because I figured it would probably be the best against his team. You know, Blastoise hitting a lot of his Pokemon super effectively or really hard, and Talonflame cleaning up the rest. So it is 6v6, so I really only had to decide on the leads. So let's get right into it as we, you know, kind of I show you what's been going on with this team and stuff like that. But yeah, it was a pretty close battle, and my back kind of hurts, so pardon the stretching. But yeah, so he starts off with Infernape and Gengar, and it's a pretty good combo for me because, you know, I do have my Talonflame and I do have the Gengar. I do have the Blastoise, so that Infernape's really not worrisome for me. However, what I decided to do is I decided to double attack it. I didn't actually think about Fake Out. I kind of thought it would be Focus Sashed. And I thought it posed the biggest threat to my team, so I wanted to get rid of it as quickly as I possibly could. Fortunately for me, it was just not Focus Sash and just died instantly. So that was pretty nice. I like that happening. He decides to go for Sludge Bomb against my Talonflame, and I barely survive, but still enough. You know, I do have Roost. I don't have to worry too much about this Gengar. Gengar, you know, is pretty easy to take down. So in comes Scizor, and he withdraws the Gengar for some reason. I'm not entirely sure. I guess he didn't want to take a hit from like Brave Bird or something like that. But unfortunately for my opponent, I'm pretty sure I went for Water Pulse there onto the Gengar, which means switching into the Golem was really bad for him. But you know, I went for a Roost here because I figured if both of them attacks me, then yeah, I'm dead. But if only one of them attacks me, I'm pretty much guaranteed to survive. So I go for the Water Pulse on the Golem, and unfortunately because of Sturdy, it does survive, but otherwise that was a great switch in for me. And he does go for Swords Dance with his Scissor, which I'm honestly still not too worried about. If he wants to go for Bullet Punch, both of my Pokemon resist it, and even at +2 I'll be able to survive it. And on top of that, you know, my Blastoise is faster than a Scizor, my Talonflame's faster than a Scizor, so I'm not really too worried. What I decide to do here is I go for an Overheat on the Scizor, but I miss a +2 Scizor, and that was just a terrible turn for me. He does go for Pursuit, expecting me to switch out, I guess, because he does have that Golem and he does have a +2 Scizor. But fortunately for me, I don't, and it doesn't KO me even at +2. I live with 24 HP, or a little less than that because of leftovers. He does get a second Protect in a row, which is really, really annoying. But the good news in this entire thing is that Scizor's 2-hit KO'd by my Water Pulse, so it really makes no difference. I really missed out on KOing both of those two Pokemon because the Overheat would have most certainly taken out Scizor, and the Brave Bird most certainly would have taken out a, like, 3 HP Golem. So I wasn't really too worried about that, but I bring in my Marowak because I'm pretty sure I can survive any attack and fight back. Unfortunately, I can't really survive that Bullet Punch. It leaves me at only around 40. Scizor does go down to my Water Pulse, which is fantastic. I'm really glad that that happened. But unfortunately, the Golem's going to go for Earthquake, and that will most likely kill my Marowak. And, you know, had he not gotten the Double Protect, had he not gotten the miss with the Scizor, that Golem would have been down and I still would have had my Marowak. But you know, I'm not really sure. You know, Talonflame was really useful for the Gardevoir, so that does really provide a bit of a problem. However, it goes for Psyshock onto my Amoonguss, and I'm pretty sure I can survive that. I don't survive it well, but I do survive it. And I decided to actually just attack Gardevoir this turn because I figured, you know, I can Giga Drain the Golem. The Golem's probably not going to want to do too much. The Golem does go for Rock Blast, and I do avoid it, so that's awesome. I do get a nice Giga Drain off onto the Golem, and I do finally, after a few turns, get the chance to kill this Golem. Although, to be quite honest, I could have attacked it a couple of other turns, but it wasn't as threatening as the rest of his Pokemon. So he brings in Gengar again, and, you know, my Water Pulse didn't do very much against this Gardevoir, and I'm kind of being a little worried here. His Gengar is running Energy Ball, and down goes my Blastoise, and now it's kind of looking a little bleak to me, you know. Talonflame was basically what I have for Gardevoir. I don't really have anything else to hit Gardevoir pretty hard. I do have Marowak, who can hit it pretty hard, and I do have Kecleon, who can hit it pretty hard. So I decide here, instead of going for Sucker Punch, which is a pretty obvious play with my Kecleon, I decide to go for, I think, Trick Room, because Trick Room is actually going to do a little bit better for me in the long run. He does Psyshock the Amoonguss, which will go down to this, which is pretty obvious to me. But I figure Trick Room at this point is a little bit better, because I do have Aromatisse left. So Aromatisse can hit the Greninja super effectively. It can take the Gardevoir pretty easily. It can do a whole lot of stuff. So that's really my main goal right now. So I go for Moonblast against Greninja. I honestly completely predicted him to switch out, but he decided not to. It's not enough. You know, Aromatisse doesn't have the greatest offensive capabilities, but it does do some good damage, and it takes great damage. It's very good at taking damage. Unfortunately, I get yet another miss on this Greninja, and that Greninja would have definitely been dead for my Rock Slide. But, I don't know. A lot of hacks on hit, like, for me. You know, he missed the Rock Blast, but that really wasn't, like, too crucial, I guess. I don't know. But, he does go for Dark Pulse against my Kecleon, and it doesn't do enough. It really doesn't. And I go for yet another Moonblast, this time on the Gardevoir. Just in case the Greninja did decide to switch out. You know, it just made sense, and plus, the Gardevoir was going to go down to the Moonblast anyway, and full forced Rock Slide to the Greninja should definitely take it out, and especially if you switched into, like, Gengar, that would have been pretty good for me. So, here is an interesting play. I decided to go for Sucker Punch, because it's super effective, and I need to kill the Gengar, because I'm pretty sure my Moonblast can't kill it. And he does go for a move, probably a Sludge Bomb for the Aromatisse, and I do take him out. So it looked pretty bad for me, but I was able to come back, and it was a pretty good game. I thoroughly enjoyed it, so thank you guys so much for watching. I really do hope you're enjoying the new way Double Trouble is laid out and stuff like that. I want to try and be as good of a doubles player as I possibly can, and that can only be attained by really playing all of the metagames. Eventually, I'm hoping that the VGC 2014 format will include all the Pokemon, so it won't be as, like, weird as it is now. Like, I'm using one of my VGC 2014s in this part of the Smogon series, but you know, like, my Battle Spot teams will most likely just be VGC 2015, and that's what I'm hoping for. And if not, I don't know. We'll just have different formats like we do now: Smogon, VGC, and Battle Spot. I know we haven't had a VGC battle in a while. I'll be getting. Hopefully, I should get some. I don't know. I want to use a different team, but if I can get some newer people that I haven't battled before, I'll use the same teams as before. Not that they were bad. That Trick Room team with Charizard was probably one of the best teams I've ever used. And I don't know if you guys liked yesterday's episode, because it hasn't come out yet as I'm recording this, but the Electric Monotype team I really like. I know I didn't play it as well as I could have. It's a really good team, and I didn't really play very well the other day, but that could be a potential good team to use. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you at the next video. Peace.